Judgment here. Nereza has now completed Hell level. You can see that she is about level 91.6 and has done the ancient quest and has defeated Baal. And I thought I'd put up another video showing the gear that she has found and the best of her drops through the 3 levels. Firstly, the gear she's carrying at the moment: Spectral Shard Blade, a Coronet, all resistance 1633 magic find. I thought it was well worth picking up. The same 10% fire resistance 33% magic find amulet, Gem Tower Shield, Tearhaunch Greaves, poison resist magic find ring, Talrasha belt, lightning resistance ring, Chance Guards, Keyhagen's Wisdom, and most of that gear is the same as the last video I made. In the stash, various resistances. These may have changed a bit. We found a Trap's Charm, and overall it gives these stats, and you can see the resistances are close to maximum. If I take off the amulet temporarily, you can see the resistances are very close to maximum for all of them. Now, the couple of changes there have been on switch here, because in the ancient tunnels a Blade of Ali Baba dropped. I brought in a Shale Rune. I thought that wasn't too big a digression from playing with what she had found, given the number of Shale Runes that Nereza has found, to make a Rhyme shield, and this one has enhanced defense. This gives us, on this particular configuration, magic find of 276, and despite the fact that the resistances are now down a bit, Nereza can play through the pit and the ancient tunnels in players 3 mode fairly comfortably, and we still have a lot of stat points remaining, and I'll tell you my plan for those a bit later. Mercenary is still carrying the same, and Honor Ethereal Thresher, but I should mention that Nereza has now found another 2 Ethereal Threshers, so I consider that to be an astonishingly good run. The same Lionheart Kraken Shell and the same Steel Skull Cask. I have brought in from temporary characters some of her better finds during the 3 levels. These have included Mavina's belt, which was very handy in the upper reaches of Hell with the run walk, Peasant Crown War Hat, these boots. I considered those to be quite good. They may not make the final build, but I thought those were good boots. The best of the runes that she has found. There's just Taleth for a better stealth if needs be. A Jar Rune was the best drop that Nereza has had, Rune, and the 3 hardest runes, Mal, Ist, Ohm, so it is quite possible with a suitable base we could make Call to Arms. A Metal Grid Amulet. I was carrying, for purposes of all resistances, a plus 20 prismatic amulet that I made from Perfect Gems. Then I got a plus 25, but to have a Metal Grid drop in the ancient tunnels I thought was an astonishing find, and I'd rate that the 2nd rarest drop behind the Jar Rune. A Dwarf Star, which I've yet to use, an all resistances plus 14 ring, Telling of Beads, probably the 3rd rarest drop, and a 20% magic find ring, which I've yet to use. Now, after Baal had been defeated, we did an ancient tunnels run, and a gold wrap dropped. Were I to upgrade this gold wrap to a battle belt and put it on in place of the Talrasha belt, the magic find would go up by 17 to a total of 293. Now, when I established this character, I thought I would play through the game with whatever she has found, and I wanted that as some sort of a guide to either returning players or new players as to what you could reasonably find on your own. But I have to say, I think the drops have been that good that it somewhat spoilt the point a bit. I can't imagine how many self-found characters, having got to the end of Hell level, can run nearly 300 magic find with self-found gear. So where to from here? Well, what I'll probably do is play Nereza through to level 92, just using self-found gear, and at level 92 I will give her other gear but not use a respec. I still have 2 of them left. So for example, we could replace the spectral shard blade with a wizard spike, and if we just drop that off there, we very nearly have the necessary dexterity, but remember we're getting 20 of that from the Tal Rasha belt. But I do have 45 stat points remaining. We could replace Keyhagen's Wisdom with something like Skull Desire or the Tal Rasha armor. We could replace the Coronet with the Harlequin Crest, and I have various other items of gear lined up to place on her. So that's about it for Nereza at the moment. I won't mention the skills because they haven't changed since the last video, but we'll see what she can find, and I will keep making videos every time there is a significant change to her gear. Thanks for watching.